People who are very close to the situation are literally informing us that the moon is coming. I really do think it's here. Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, encouraged us to lock in, right? To get ready for the end. And an exchange named Uphold, which is in the know, also tells us to lock in. What is this lock-in all about, right? Yes, it clearly has something to do with XRP's price behavior, people. I'm upset with myself because I was going to pay out long before this move happened. Okay, I promise. Everything is going up, and XRP's chart looks quite bullish, people. So, if you're a bear, there's no point. I want to say this. I was looking at the XRP and Bitcoin combination this morning, guys. Okay? And I see 4 hourly, divergences hourly, and 12th and daily, folks. And you know what? And the point is, I was waiting for this liquidity P to be taken. So we do something like this, and then we pump. Is that right? I missed it. It's fine. But on the longer time frame, like the 12th, bullish divergences started and were confirmed. It's soon to be confirmed on the daily, so stay tuned. I think it should be confirmed by tomorrow, as we can see, bullish divergences. So, folks, we may expect more pumps in the future. I think so too, because it looks like everything is about to happen here. I told you, folks, that the S&P 500 just closed at Neoltenberg. Isn't it? Trump really did call the bottom. He said this was a fantastic opportunity to invest when all these coins, assets, and stocks were at their lowest. That's right. So, is Moon really here? That's what we're going to speak about, XRP, because I'm really excited, guys. Does it even matter if you cash in your longs? I don't think it does, because if you look at what XRP is really meant to do, I think all you need to do is cling on for dear life. Arthur Brittle wrote this on June 4, 2017. Lowering the reserve requirement. In the future, the XRP ledger will need to be able to handle more than 7.5 billion individuals and much more devices. The present account method probably can't handle this level. So, just the most important accounts should be made. The reserve keeps unnecessary accounts from getting in. A new account system is being worked on that should make it easier for the XRP ledger to handle the use of human skills. That is something to look at. Hey people, he's really talking about the world here, on the XRP ledger. What did that mean if everyone bought XRP or used it for something? It has to be worth a lot of money. Is that right? The price of XRP was supposed to go beyond $10,000. Is that right? So that it can even grow to fit 7,500,000,000 people in the whole Earth. Okay? So, is it possible? I think it is, guys. Chris Larsson, one of the co-founders of Ripple, said that this is the case because we wanted to make a better Bitcoin at first, and we made XRP. Is that right? Wow. So, this individual who knows what's going on. Is that right? Chris Larsson, David Schwartz, Arthur Britto, and Brad Garlinghouse are all here. Right? The main parts of the XRP ledger. And they are effectively telling us that the reason they made XRP in the first place was to make Bitcoin better. Isn't that right? So Bitcoin isn't the thing you should be looking for. You should use XRP. But I know a lot of people don't like XRP, so let's find out why they did this. I believe, what was its point? I think about stuff like that a lot. You declared at the start that you wanted to start a better Bitcoin. What is XRP? Make it clear. XRP is a different cryptocurrency, though. Isn't that right? It was made before Ripple, you know. But, the most important things we think about are all the apps that are being created on crypto and all the thoughts about it being used for payments. What are these? They're a new form of financial product. In my opinion, that's just one of many other financial products out there. They add to something. Isn't that right? They help the world economy run smoothly. So, In some ways, I think a lot of people in the industry go a little too far with the talk of, oh my God, revolutionizing everything. I mean, I understand. That is a nice thing to say that can bring people together. But, we live in a really complicated world where all these fiat currencies from different countries are in charge. And then there's this cryptocurrency that doesn't belong to any government. It's low-level and simplistic in a way. That means it's not hauling all the country's garbage. Is that right? It's not just how much a country prints or destroys or what its interest rates are, it's exactly what they are. XRP is also deflationary by nature. And here comes XRP, which isn't connected to any government because it's neutral. It's going to be the bridge. Arthur Brittle suggested it has to hold 7,500,000,000 people for that reason. To all the rules, values, and capital controls of that country, you name it. Each country has its own set. That dollar, the RMB, the JPY, or the euro carries all that junk with it. Not just dirt. There are good things and negative things, but it's quite weighty. And the beauty of crypto is pretty clear. And it doesn't get bigger, and it's easy to understand. And everybody on Earth can sort of figure it out. And all the open source stuff is out there for everyone to see. And, the Internet protocol isn't like all the other social protocols. It's incredibly simple and low level. That doesn't mean that things that are built on top of it won't be hard. Facebook, Google, and AI are all really complicated, but the basics are very simple. So you pretty much indicated that blockchain technology is at this stage. People. Okay? You know how HTTP is at the bottom of the Internet, right? Facebook, Amazon, Google, and all these other companies and projects are constructed on top of it. Well, here comes the XRPL. Is that right? That new financial system's core building block, the item that everything else will be built on top of. That's great for the globe. That's what sets it apart. I believe that is why it is such a helpful technology. And at the same time, as an asset, just the idea that it's a store of value is a revolution in and of itself. Is that right? Many people ask, what is it used for? Okay, fine, that's all. Isn't that right? The act of thinking of something that can send worth, but not grow in our world, is a one-of-a-kind thing. Yes, that's what Bitcoin is. Is that right? Which serves some kind of use. But XRP is a store of value, right? It depends on how people see the asset. So, it's just like Bitcoin. On top of XRP Ledger and all that, folks are making new amazing things, guys, isn't it? So it's just bonuses on top of bonuses, and the cherry on top, guys. And the cherry is the best part. Is that right? So many great things. So, when people ask, what is that currency thing? What is it useful for? It's like, are you serious? Isn't it kind of trash that the world values it? We already know that these things are important and will be a bigger part of the world economy in the future. That's a nice thing, a growing sector of the world economy. Definitely. But when did they really turn it on? There are only 17 days left for Fedwire to switch to ISO 222. Is that right? So, the ISO count now goes up to ISO 222 on July 14th. Are you ready for Fedwire? So they're finishing the case just in time for the systems and rails to get the green light. When we talk about ISO 222, this will let new payment methods work on the fast network, like Ripple. It is written down. What is a payment system that works in real time? Well, our real-time payments are payments that can only be made through real-time payment mechanisms. There are also alternative payment solutions and schemes that don't use regular rails that give real-time payment solutions. These are called crypto rails. These make it easy, inexpensive, and fast for currencies and payments to move around on the Internet, which helps lower high exchange rate rates. The Ripple protocol is an example of a distributed payment network